Hello and welcome to Ebb and Flow Imagery's YouTube channel. Marnilynn here, and today I'm going to walk you through the colored version of ruler shapes that I drew out last month. This is a really interesting doodle. Here you see me, I'm outlining the whole picture so that I have some boundaries when I'm coloring. I wanted to, with this picture, be more balanced in my colors so they're evenly spaced. So that was the goal of this coloring. And also I wanted to color what I saw when I was drawing the doodle. Right now I'm doing black on. The inspiration I got for this was from a airplane hanger from like World War II. And being a science fiction buff, I have my imagination just flying like crazy in that direction. When I was doing this design as the doodle, I was seeing it being colored with black and white. So seeing it in reality is quite something. I like the look of the black. It's really defining these areas that I wanted more attention to be brought to. This design here, as I was drawing it, I was seeing in my mind's eye a castle with a forest around it, a lake in the middle, and a moat. So what I am doing here is just bringing to life that I saw. I wanted to add some red because I was seeing a lot of Salish type of artwork with these two black and red colors. So I wanted to incorporate that in the doodle. These shapes, I was thinking of flying saucers, so I thought I would just color them that way. Then I started coloring the shapes from that crazy ruler that I used to get a lot of the strange shapes from. And I'm using some metallic colors. Again, I wanted to do lots of black and white and red. I'm using some metallic gold, covering over an area there that I made a mistake when I was doing the drawing of the doodle. It's really daunting when there's all those colors sitting there beside you and you're trying to work within a time frame and make it as interesting for yourself as you can. And because I'm doing all of these pictures so I can get an idea of what the coloring book would look like if somebody was to do their own coloring, to give me a better idea. And then I can use these pictures for the front cover and all sorts of future projects. So I am covering a lot of different angles with my artwork by filming, as most YouTubers do know that. This area needed to be purple, so I decided I would color it purple, and then giving it some more 3D effect, I only did the every other one. It's turning out pretty cute. For some reason that really reminds me of an airplane hangar. There's also a movie theater in Victoria that is an old hangar like that. And here I'm giving it some shadow to create a donut type of shape for this little forest. And when you see me put the color down and then stop, it's because I haven't really decided if that's what I'm supposed to do or not. So I just let it sit for a little while before I do color. This I see as an Egyptian type of fan. So I'm kind of coloring it along the lines of a fan. I had thought in a previous voiceover of this that it was a flower, but no, it is an Egyptian fan. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Adding a bit more gold to the trees in the forest there. Now I want to do the walls of the castle. A lot of these little lines aren't put in with the doodle because this is how I am interpreting it. I'm adding the lines in as I go to create my own version of the coloring with these colors, and I'm sure if I was to do it again I would do it completely different. But this is what I'm working on right now, the vision I got from the doodle. I really liked adding the black and watching it at a faster speed. I can really enjoy the whole process. To me it's almost like painting, but as I'm doing it, this picture took me close to 2 hours, and I've probably spent about 3 hours of thinking of the next step in the coloring process, so I do spread it out over a few days' time. There, now I'm starting to add the darker underneath. That looks better. It's not a perfect coloring job because I'm not doing it as a picture, but I'm just doing it so I get an idea of what it would look like if it was to be colored. If I was to do this to put on the wall, I would be doing it slower and filling in all the spaces so there'd be no white space. But I haven't got the time to do that right now. I think I did more of that with the woman in a headdress, and that video turned out to be close to 3 hours long. Now you can see all the colors. I'm adding a steel blue. I had thought it was gray in a previous voiceover, but as I am working on my second or third voiceover for this video, I realized it's a steel gray. It's the moat around the castle, and yes, it's a strange looking castle, but it is a sci-fi castle. And there we are, more of those crazy designs from that ruler. I'm giving the bird some bangs and rosy cheeks. This color is maroon. The other color that I'm coloring beside is a raspberry color. I didn't want to use red. I wanted to change it up a bit. I want to put green in part of this, but I'm finding too many duplicates. So I'm going to use this green over here. They could be parks, I have no idea. I'm just putting the color on and adding some gold over top and different bluey green. And this is starting to kind of pop. And some more raspberry to give it a 3D effect, and around this star. Too much white left on the page, so I want to cover some up. Adding some more depth. Okay, so I want to put yellow in the background to make it look like it's windows coming out of the side of a wall that the aircraft carrier is sitting on. Gold in the front. Adding more gold around. Now I was thinking of red, and I chose these colors for the buildings on the side, just to get some pink up into the side of the area. Purple. And adding it to various spots here. And yes, that looks better, filling in most of the white spots in that area. Much better. And the raspberry and maroon together looks better than red. Putting some cloud, gray on the bottom of the clouds, some black on the bottom of the little spaceships. What to do now? Now I want to put some gray in, so I'm getting different tones of gray, and I found the one I want. I'm not going to do it very thick. I just want to get the white covered up and have it so it's very backgroundy and not in the forefront of the picture. And then I'm going to color the other spots. I was thinking of blue, but then I realized I have blue on it already, so I think I want to try an orangey color, but not the orange the same as the beak. I don't want any competition for that. I want that to go boom when you look at it. So I'm going to add a peachy colored orange. It's a nice little, it's almost a skin tone, and then a yellowy color, and there's no competition with the beak. That looks better. Still too much white, so gray on the aircraft hanger. And then I'm going to give the bird, the front of the building, a little bit of color. And that is the picture. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit notification button so you always get a new video as it comes up. And please like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video real soon.